Hey everyone, I'm Maddie and welcome back to the AFI channel. Today I have an exciting project that will leave your skin feeling nourished and luxurious. So I'm going to show you guys how to make a shea butter based whipped body butter that's perfect for pampering your customers or yourself. I added a special ingredient to this formula to make it extra special, which is oat flour. So keep watching to find out why I added it. Let's take a quick look at some of the ingredients you'll need for this body butter. First up, the butters. Shea butter provides deep moisture and nourishment for your skin. It's a staple and you should absolutely have it on hand if you make DIY skincare and soaps. Then mango butter here is also very moisturizing, provides a luxury feel to the product. And then finally some cocoa butter to give the formula some really good thickness. It's important that the shea butter you're using is nice and smooth, and if it feels grainy, your finished body butter won't be smooth. So this can happen to shea butter when it goes through temperature changes in shipment or storage. To return it to a smooth state, you'll need to temper it, so slowly and steadily melt down all the shea butter until it's completely liquid and then quickly solidify it in your freezer. You should be left with soft and smooth shea butter that's perfect for making body butter with. So in a double boiler, I'm going to gently melt all these butters together. Using a double boiler really helps melt everything down nice and evenly. So let's dump it in. So make sure to stir it a bit while it's melting just to help speed things up. Alright, now that I have all my butters melted, I went ahead and removed this from the double boiler. So alongside the butters, let's incorporate some oils to make the product nice and soft. So first up we have some regular old coconut oil. It's got a low melt point, so it'll melt right down into these warm butters here. And I also have some fractionated coconut oil. So in simple terms, fractionated coconut oil is coconut oil that has been specially processed to stay liquid with all of its most nourishing components inside of it. Alright, now that our coconut oil is nice and melted and incorporated into our butter mixture, we can finally add in our oat flour. I used a coffee grinder to make sure the powder was nice and fine, and it's okay not to do this, but the butter will feel slightly grainy if you don't micronize it like I did. Oatmeal is well known for being great for the skin. It's gentle and helps repair your skin's natural barriers to fight against inflammation and dryness. It also adds a really nice wheat color to the body butter. Now there are a lot of different ways to use oats in your products, so having some oat flour on hand will help let you experiment with tons of different other formulas. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this in and stir these ingredients all together. Alright, all of our mixture here is nice and fully incorporated. So the product will still be really liquidy. So before I whip it, I'm going to place my bowl into the freezer just to help it really firm up a little bit faster. So grab it from the freezer every now and then and fold some of the solidified product in with everything else. I feel like this just kind of helps speed things up a bit. So I'll be back to you guys in a few minutes, well, about 20 to 30 minutes when this is all cooled down. So after about 20 to 30 minutes, there should be a solid film on top of your mixture. I went ahead and started stirring it around and it's pretty thick, so now it's time to go ahead and add in our last ingredients and then whip up this body butter. So I wanted a rich and warm scent to really up the luxury feel of this product, so what better fragrance to use than our black sandalwood scent? So I find that this has the right touch of sweetness while remaining pretty sophisticated. And I'm only using about 2% concentration because this is a leave-on product and it has a pretty strong smell. So make sure you're remaining within the IFR limits. If you guys don't know what that is, we have a video separate describing what that is, but make sure it's within your IFR limits for whatever fragrance you use. And for reference, body butters and lotions fall into the IFR category 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump it in. So last up, you'll want to add some vitamin E oil. Body butters are anhydrous, meaning they contain no water. So this means they won't need a preservative, but it won't hurt to add some vitamin E oil, which is an antioxidant and will help increase the shelf life of this product. So once that is added in, I'm going to go ahead and grab my electric mixer here and we're going to start whipping it up. So I prefer my hand mixer, but you can use a stand mixer if you're working in larger quantities. So I personally like to start in a low speed and then gradually increase to our highest speed. So I recommend whipping it for about 5 to 7 minutes until the mixture turns light and fluffy. So from here, you can simply spoon in your body butter into your containers, but I like to go the extra step and use a piping bag with a frosting tip on it to create a nice swirl in the jars. So use a swirling motion when you're filling up your container about halfway, then tap it on the counter just to make sure you get rid of any excess air to continue the swirling process. I'll show you guys exactly what I mean, but let's go ahead and dump this into here. And for our very last step, all we have to do is screw on an airtight lid, and you can add a pretty label on it to add to your final touches. And there you have it, your very own shea and oat whipped body butter. So apply a small amount to your skin and let the rich and creamy goodness melt in. This is a fantastic way to keep your skin hydrated and glowing. Make sure to note how much product your containers can actually hold so you can accurately price it. So for example, I use an 8-ounce jar, but because the body butter is whipped, they're only able to hold about 5.5 ounces of product in total. So it costs $5 to make this amount of body butter, meaning that I would sell it for about $6 to $8 wholesale and retail for $10 to $16, depending on where you source your ingredients from and the fragrance that you choose to use. Now, these are just general price points based on what we use to make it, but be sure to break down the cost of your ingredients and packaging for your own body butters. Thanks so much for joining me today to create this wonderful whipped body butter. And if you want to support AFI, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more product ideas. And as always, take care of yourself and your skin. See you guys next time. Bye.